Hi everyone, this is my Necromancer Blood Spear build guide walkthrough video this season 7. We are using a new item called Indira's Memory. This is a new unique item introduced in patch 2.1. While Bone Spear is still a bone skill, this item makes it also benefit on blood skill aspects, affixes, skill tree, and paragon board. I am going to discuss the mechanics, key items and aspects, additional damage scalers and utility, occult gems and witch powers. Let's start with the mechanics. We are using Bone Spear as our main damage dealer, while Bone Prison as one of our utility skill, and with the new Bone Duster aspect, this will make our Bone Spear to deal overpowered damage to enemies inside the Bone Prison. We are also using Blood Wave as our ultimate skill to spawn a free Bone Prison at the end of its wave and helps on producing Blood Orbs. For the key items and aspects, we are using the unique items Indira's Memory, Deathless Visage, Path of Chargul, and for the aspects, Bone Duster, Rotmus Chosen, Grasping Veins, and Undying. Indira's Memory drains our max life for 10% for every cast of Bone Spear. To counteract the life drain, we need to pick the Supernatural Bone Spear on our skill tree to give us a 5% max life restore after it overpowers. Undying aspect will also add an additional heal every time we cast a skill. The Bone Prison skill has a small area and long cooldown, and this is where the Path of Chargul will help on the prison cooldown and will increase the diameter of the prison while also giving more ranks to bone skills. We also have a max rank of Rapid Ossification to help on reducing the prison's cooldown. The Deathless Visage gives our Bone Spear an additional chance to cast twice and make our Bone Spear and its shards leave behind a series of explosions that delivers a more potent damage, and they also overpower. The Grasping Veins will help on pulling the enemies together, enclosing them with the prison, and cast your Bone Spear with great speed with the help of Rotmus Chosen to quickly produce this explosion as they overpower. Grasping Veins placed on two-handed weapon will give us a higher crit chance and crit damage multiplier. The Blood Wave will help on spawning free Bone Prison and producing blood orbs at a certain distance. Please note that the free prison will not spawn when enemies and us are close on the wall, as a blood wave will spawn beyond the wall. Manual casting of Bone Prison is still important in strategic position, especially when engaging the bosses. Be aware on casting your Bone Spear without your Bone Prison, as it will drain your life rapidly. Just make sure that your Bone Prison is always active and enclosing the enemies. Keep picking up the Blood Orb, as the Bone Prison has a small life that they may get destroyed very quickly by your enemies. For damage scalers and other utilities, besides from Bone Spear and its shards overpowering inside the Bone Prison, the explosion produced by the Deathless Visage is the superior damage dealer here. The explosions are scaling further based on our critical strike damage bonus. We can scale our critical strike bonus by placing the Grasping Veins aspect on the two-handed weapon, sacrificing Iron Golem, and using the sacrificial aspect. The explosions are more potent when you are close to the enemies, and the longer you cast the skill in one place, the more consistent and frequent the explosion will happen. We are also using Sal paired with Sea Rune to give us more life for more overpowered damage. The Grandfather mythic item will further increase our damage because this build benefits from all of its affixes, and it also gives a 100% increase in our critical strike damage bonus. If you don't have the Grandfather, you can also use the Doombringer mythic one-hand sword. For essence generation, we are relying on the following: Lucky Hit chance to restore resource affix on our gloves, a few ranks on the Grim Harvest passive, essence per second on our chest armor, and using Loom Rune paired with Tam Rune. To protect our max life, we are using the Necrotic Fortitude for barrier on Lucky Hit. For the occult gems, we are using Witching Hour, Phantom String, and Wicked Pact. For the witch powers, Doom Orb, Hex of Flames, Purging Touch, Aura of Siphoning, Aura of Specialization, and Breath of the Coven. The Witching Hour will give our core skill an Eldritch effect, which will benefit from the increased damage of the Purging Touch. Aura of Siphoning is our aura that gives 1% life per second and will activate the Aura of Specialization for more crit damage. We are only using the Breath of the Coven for the 2 stacks of attack speed and not the bonus effects since we don't have enough room for adding a Psyche Witch power. This build is efficient on fast farming on dungeons and open world activities, but it is not efficient on Infernal Hordes as we are relying on enclosing our enemies with our Bone Prison, even with the Path of Targul equipped. The details on the items, affixes, and the rest of the aspects required, Book of the Dead, Mercenary, Skill Tree, and Paragon board can be accessed on the link on the description box below. For any questions, feedback, and suggestions, feel free to post on the comment section below. And if you managed to stay on this part of this video, how about click that thumbs up and subscribe on this channel. You can also visit to my Twitch channel when I play the game. You can have a chat with me and enjoy the journey of my builds and my fun gameplay when I go live. Maybe I could earn your follow. Hope you enjoyed this build. Enjoy the Pit 110 boss fight. Thank you very much for watching. See you on my next video and have a good one. Bye!